Welcome, curious minds, to the deep dive.
You know that feeling, right? That little
Yeah.
voice inside, telling you there's something more that you're capable of. Well, it's something really great.
Yeah, like a sort of inner giant just waiting for a wake-up call.
Exactly. But the big question is, how do you actually do that? How do you go from just, wishing for success to actually making it happen?
It's a path everyone wonders about, isn't it?
Yeah.
And honestly, it often feels pretty confusing. Lots of different advice flying around.
Which is why we're really excited today. We're doing a deep dive into a really compelling new guide. It's called How to Attain Success: Time to Awaken the Giant Within You by Mihigo ER Anaja.
hmm And our goal here, our mission, is to sort of cut through all that confusion. We've really dug into Anaja's book.
Yeah, we've pulled out the key takeaways, the stuff you can actually use, not just nice ideas, but like a real practical roadmap.
And it's important to remember, this isn't just theory he cooked up. It comes from his own life, his own struggles and wins. It's designed to help you unlock your potential, whatever that looks like for you. Okay, so let's dive in. The absolute core of Anaja's thinking. What is it?
Well, he puts it very directly. He says, success is not a gift, it is a decision. It's a commitment, basically, and a commitment to face challenges, to grow, and to awaken that potential he talks
A
about.
decision. That's powerful. And what makes it hit home is his own story, right? He mentions being a very slow learner back in 2018, really struggling in the classroom.
Exactly. So these aren't just words. They come from his own journey, figuring out how to turn that struggle into, well, success.
That's such a vital starting point, realizing success is something you choose to pursue actively. And he immediately links this decision to something really concrete: resources.
Right. And when we hear resources, most of us jump straight to money, don't we?
Yeah, pretty much.
But Anaja paints a much wider picture. Money's in there, sure, but also people, their skills, their knowledge, and land, tech, materials,
And the big one he really highlights.
time. He singles out time as maybe the most crucial resource of all.
Okay, so it's not just having resources, it's how you handle them.
Precisely. He talks about effective utilization, which sounds a bit formal, but it breaks down into really practical things we all kind of know we should do. Like what? Smart planning, recycling things where possible, getting rid of waste properly, managing things carefully, budgeting, saving. It's about making the most of everything you have.
Almost like tending a garden or something. You put in the right effort, manage it well.
And you get results. Goods, services, jobs, more income. It's all connected. Maximize what goes in to maximize what comes out.
Well, let's really dig into that time aspect, because he gives it huge importance, almost like a spiritual weight.
He does. He calls time the most precise measurement and the true meaning of success. Think about that. Not wealth, not status, time.
Wow. Okay, so if time is the real measure, how do we get good at managing it, according to Anaja?
It requires a real shift in how you see it. He talks about being time-bound, not in a negative way, but as a fundamental reality we have to respect.
If you don't respect it.
He says it's a direct route to failure. But here's the interesting twist, the paradox he throws out there. He says, there's never enough time, but also never say there is no time.
Okay, Han, how can both things be true? That sounds like a contradiction.
It does, but it forces you to think, right, time is finite, 24 hours, that's it. But how we use it, how we perceive it, that's incredibly flexible.
So what's his advice? Be disciplined.
Extremely. Plan before you act. Stick to your schedule for everything, even sleep. He really emphasizes controlling when you go to bed and wake up as a tangible step towards controlling your success.
That's serious commitment. It's about making proper time use a priority, like right now, today.
Yes. So once you've got that foundation, the mindset, the resource management, especially time that Anaja moves into, okay, how do you actually figure out where you're going?
Setting the course.
Exactly. Step one, select your topic or goal. Sounds basic, maybe.
Maybe, but how many of us really truly know exactly what we want and where we're actually trying to get to?
It can be fuzzy. It often is. And this is where his approach to research is quite specific. He says, read trusted sources, libraries, good websites, and always note down where you got the information and the date.
Why the emphasis on sourcing?
Because you can't trust everything you read or hear, especially online. He warns that sometimes people might even give you bad info on purpose. You need to be critical.
And he has that funny example about searching online, doesn't he, instead of how to become rich.
Yeah, search how to become a millionaire in seconds which sounds ridiculous, obviously.
So why suggest it?
It's not about finding a magic trick. It's about the specificity. The more targeted your question, the more precise and potentially useful the information you dig up will be. It forces you to think critically, analyze what you find, and maybe even test things out. It's about focused intention.
Okay, that makes sense. So you set your goal, you do your focus research. Then comes the scary part.
Risk.
Ah, yes, risk. Most people just see the downside, the thing to avoid.
But Anaja flips that idea. He does. He suggests risk isn't just negative. It can actually create positive opportunities. You just need a way to handle it.
And he had a process for that.
A clear one. First, spot the risk. Second, figure out its cause. Third, fix the problems it creates. And fourth, really importantly, try to stop it from happening again.
He mentions different types of risk. Are there any that are particularly relevant right now?
I think two really stand out. Strategic risk. That's where your brilliant plan suddenly becomes obsolete because the world changed, maybe new tech came along.
Ouch. Yeah, that happens fast.
And the other is reputation risk. A damaged image can hit your income immediately and make it super hard to attract good people. That's a big one in the digital age.
Definitely. So how do you manage these things? What are the options?
He lays out four main ways. Avoidance. Just don't do the risky thing. Reduction. Take steps to make the bad outcome less likely. Transfer. Shift the risk, like getting insurance.
And the last one.
Acceptance. This means you look at the risk, understand your vulnerability, but decide the potential reward is worth it. You consciously accept it. It's all about being proactive.
Being proactive, not just reacting when things go wrong. And that proactivity, it extends inwards too, right?
Yeah.
To our own confidence.
Absolutely. That's where he talks about cultivating your inner giant through self-confidence. He defines it as trusting your own judgment, your abilities, your power.
And acknowledges it's shaped by our past.
Heavily. Both the good stuff and the bad stuff, the successes and the failures, they all leave a mark on how much we trust ourselves.
Yeah, it's easy to see how setbacks can make you doubt yourself. You get shy, anxious, find it hard to speak up.
Right. But the good news is Anaja gives really practical, concrete steps to build that confidence back up, not just vague advice.
What are some of those steps?
Okay. First is self-acceptance. Really getting to know your strengths and your weaknesses. Not to beat yourself up, but just to understand. Then focus on achievements.
Like make a list.
Exactly. List things you're proud of, big or small. It helps build an honest picture of your capabilities. Then, crucially, determine to change. Set specific goals. Be willing to maybe change some relationships or habits if they're holding you back.
Without losing who you are, though.
Right. It's not about becoming someone else. And then seek out positive experiences. Hang out with supportive people. Actively avoid the downers, the critics. They really can sap your energy.
That's so true. And the last one, the positive self-talk.
Yeah, this is my favorite too. Consistently telling yourself, I am good, I am able, I am a winner. Now, lots of books say this, but Anaja explains why it works.
Oh.
He says it can literally reprogram your mind, like you're creating new pathways in your brain that reinforce belief. It's not being arrogant, it's building a solid internal foundation.
Okay, so that covers the internal game. What about the day-to-day practical stuff? He talks about academic success, but it sounds broader than just school.
Oh, absolutely. It's really a blueprint for anyone learning anything, tackling any project. He keeps coming back to, wishing isn't enough. Success depends on what you do and how you do it. Action and method.
So what are the core principles there?
Well, some echo what we've discussed. Know your goals, watch your behavior, be respectful, learn from mistakes, help people, don't be jealous, respect your time, plan, look after your health, diet, exercise, calm mind, and keep a positive attitude, know yourself, weaknesses, talk to mentors.
But there's one he really emphasizes for learning specifically.
Yes, consistency.
Yeah.
His advice to learn and revise every day is huge. He argues that little bits done consistently are way more effective than massive, stressful cramming sessions.
He makes a pretty bold claim about that, doesn't he? Remembering things like your own name.
He does. If you manage to revise and learn new things every day, you will one day be able to remember almost everything just as you remember your name. It really speaks to that power of compounding, you know? Small daily efforts adding up.
Now, there's a really unique idea in the book, maybe a bit strange sounding at first. The secret language. What's that about?
Yeah, it's intriguing. He's not really talking about spies and codes. It's more like a brain exercise. He gives an example using a phone keypad, where A is 21, B is 22, etc.
Right, like texting on old phone.
Exactly. He suggests creating your own system like that and using it. The point isn't the secrecy, it's the mental effort.
How does that help?
He claims that engaging with this daily helps reduce stress, boosts critical thinking and creativity, improves memory, and even helps you relax. It's like taking your brain to the gym in a different way, feeding your brain, as he puts it, to unlock more potential.
Interesting. A mental workout. Okay, beyond our own minds, he also talks a lot about connecting with others, right? Communication.
Hugely important. He covers the basics, internal versus external, the pros and cons of speaking versus writing versus visuals. Like, talking is fast, but leaves no record. Writing is clear evidence, but slower.
Standard stuff, but necessary.
Yes, but then he links it directly to customer care. And he means this really broadly, not just for businesses, but for all your relationships.
So how you treat people generally.
Pretty much. Anticipating needs, fulfilling them. Good customer care attracts people, improves relationships, helps you reach goals. Bad care, ignoring people, insulting them, not listening, drives them away and causes problems.
Makes sense. And he talks about choosing how to communicate.
Yeah, based on practical things. Is it urgent? Does it need to be private? Are there legal reasons? Is it a long message? How much does it cost? Just thinking through the best channel.
Finally, he wraps up with some warnings, right? Things that can lead to failure, not just in business, but in any project.
Yes, things that may lead to business downfall, but the lessons are universal. One warning is against being overwhelming.
What does he mean by that?
Thinking magically or selfishly, basically. Expecting things to just happen without the work or only thinking about yourself makes it hard to actually achieve anything real.
Other pitfalls.
Poor understanding of whatever it is you're doing. And this is a big one. Listening to terrible advice. Advice that pulls you down or is just plain wrong and harmful.
We've all had that offered sometime.
Oh, yeah. And he has a really interesting point about inspirational videos or talks. He says they can sound impressive, like thunder, but if you don't stop and analyze why the person is saying what they're saying, you'll just forget it all.
That immediate buzz that fades away.
Exactly. You need to understand the principles behind the motivation, not just feel hyped for 5 minutes. He also mentions other practical traps. Bad research, poor advertising if relevant, conflicts within a team, and failing to adapt to new challenges, especially when things get bigger or you start something new.
It really comes back to his own story, doesn't it? His message feels so authentic because he lived it. That transformation from being a self-described, very slow learner in 2018.
Yeah, working hard but failing constantly, he says. It was only by really looking at his mistakes, his successes, and then developing these specific strategies and actually following them that he turned things around, became the author and programmer he is now.
He calls the book a guiding light, and you can see why. These strategies genuinely changed his path.
And that's really the key takeaway we hope you get from this deep dive. This book isn't just a collection of nice thoughts. It feels like a real toolkit, A step-by-step guide born from experience.
Anaja seems genuinely dedicated to helping people, believing that if these methods worked for him, starting from where he was, they can absolutely guide anyone else willing to commit to waking up that giant within.
We've really only given you a glimpse today, a taste of the insights and practical tools in how to attain success. Time to awaken the giant within you.
To really get the full benefit, to put these strategies to work for you, you kind of need to immerse yourself in the whole thing. Don't just hear the ideas, make them part of how you operate.
Yeah, this overview is great, hopefully inspiring, but the detailed steps, the way it all fits together into a complete framework that's in the book itself.
So we really encourage you, take the next step. You can unlock all these insights, get the full toolkit by grabbing your own copy of How to Attain Success. Time to awaken the giant within you. Seriously, check the link in our description.
It's right there for you.
Remember what Mihigo ER Anaja says, the tools are now in your hands. You have the power to shape your destiny one decision at a time. Your journey, your awakening, it's just beginning. Go let that giant shine.